Welcome to Beauty and the Beards, everybody. I hope you guys are doing good today. I'm doing fantastic. My name is Al. I'm going to be your wonderful host for the show today. I have a couple people with me that want to talk to you guys. I got the amazing Keon and the wonderful Scott. Hope you guys are doing great today. But before we get into any actual talking, any conversation, I need a few things from you guys. I need you guys to like the video, comment down below what your favorite part of today's video was, and then after doing all that, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when we go and post anything new, whether it's Beardcade, podcast episodes, anything new. You'll be notified instantly. You'll be the first ones to get here and check it out. So definitely do all those for me. I will love you and appreciate you for it. But without further ado, let's get into today's episode because we got a lot to talk about, not a lot of time. So let's get to it. But first and foremost, how are you guys doing today? Kiana, let's start with you. How are you doing this week? You doing good?
Good. Been busy week. Busy.
Yeah. You got a nice looking Sunday ahead of you, though. You got some fun stuff set up, though. You get a nice little cozy day. Get to hang out with the boyfriend. Get to meet some new people. Then you get to go have some family time. Do your family dinner like you do Sunday night.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good day. It's going to be a good day.
It's good.
All right. Scott, how about you? How you doing, big dog? How you hanging?
I've been adjusting.
Yeah? How's the new work life treating you?
Well, I got used to 6 to 8 hour class sessions, and all that shit. And then first day of the training week, fucking 13-hour shift. And
Just straight jump.
the moment it happened, I was just like,
yeah.
Came back home, and me and Brittany were watching. We were watching Monday Night Raw, and if there was a fight on that we didn't care about, I was just like, I'm skipping this movie.
Dude, oh yeah. So I still have the
I
brain
need to
power.
get to sleep, and I don't care about this match. Just
No.
fucking fast forward
You
it.
definitely would have fell asleep in the middle of one of those matches and would have missed out the rest of the show. Had to go back and watch the rest of it again later.
We already started
That's just
watching
a
it late,
mess.
so I didn't get home until like an hour and a half after it started.
Yeah.
So
That's been my struggle. It's
It was
like I get to a point where I'll notice that it's on and I'm like, oh shit, Raw's on, and I'm like, well, it's almost done. I'll just wait until the episode airs, and then I'll just get lost in the game, go to sleep, wake up, completely forget Raw even happened the day
even
prior.
though it's live, you can
And
you can start watching it from the beginning even while it's going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's a plus.
That's nice. That's the good thing
It also
about having it on
it's also
Netflix.
nice because even though it's live but you're an hour and a half behind, you can fast forward through the commercials.
Yeah, that is super nice too.
Even though most of the commercials are still WWE related because it's
just like promo
it's on
stuff,
it's on Netflix. So
Usually it's just
there
like
is some oddball
just like promos for like
sponsorship.
pay-per-views or like new gear for superstars, some new Yeet glasses or new
Some
Cody
Yeet
t-shirts.
glasses.
They still
some-
do normal commercials for their sponsors.
Yeah.
So I mean, we still have like Starbucks commercials or whatever
Yeah.
the fuck. Snickers, I think it was one of
Prime.
them here previously. I don't know if they're doing much. I haven't seen the Prime logo on the middle of the stage, but I have
No,
seen
but the Prime card
a
is
couple
still
other
there
ones.
every day.
Yeah.
And the Prime card is still there every day. It's like Prime has got a hand at every sport at this point. And I mean, especially Logan Paul is part of the roster. It's his fucking
Yeah.
thing.
He's
so-
full-time part of
Yeah.
the roster now.
Yeah.
We'll get to that. We'll get to WWE.
Yeah, we'll get to that later. We'll talk a little bit like that about
It's a
that
big
later.
topic. We want to
Yeah.
cover some other small stuff first.
There are some other stuff that we want to talk about. I'll go ahead and start off though just by talking about I'm gonna go ahead and talk about Monster Hunter real quick. Monster Hunter Wilds released this week, this past week, came out Friday. People have been playing it over the weekend. A lot of people have been playing it over the weekend. I've seen streamers left and right been playing it like a motherfucker. People who don't even play Monster Hunter are tuning into this game. It is a very, 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 very fun game. I highly recommend it to anybody that is looking for something new and out of the norm. If you are somebody that sticks to shooters or somebody that plays a lot of single-player games and wants something new and innovative to play with your friends, but you don't want to stray too far away from what you're used to playing, this is literally the perfect game. This is such a fun game to be able to play with a small group of friends or even a big group of people that you could form a guild with. Just hunt a bunch of monsters, capture them, kill them, use their weapon, use their armor and whatever, their parts to make armor, make weapons, all the smooth stuff. It's a fun time, but it's been doing numbers. It's been doing a great, I believe the post I seen yesterday was that the game had on release upwards of, it might not have been 1 million exactly, but it was close to 1 million players on day one, which is fucking awesome. And the game is so good that like I know that a lot of those people are going to stick around because that's what like a lot of these games coming out nowadays is you'll see like a lot of people jump on it like day one and then over the next course of like a week or two, you
They
will see that
fizzle
number
out,
just
yeah.
dwindle down lower and lower and lower and lower. But like it's starting to the point where now it's starting to become a thing where games are starting to post when that doesn't happen. Because I've seen that with companies where they'll post like, after 3 weeks, this many people are still playing our game, and it's like, damn, that sucks that you have to post that. Like, that sucks that that's something that you have to make a point of, like for the public. Like, but nonetheless, I knew this game was going to do good on release. I knew people were going to have fun with it. I love what they've put into this game. There's a lot of love into it, and I'm literally not even done. Like, I'm like 20-30% through what the game has to offer at this state right now. Because I mean, in a year from now, there's going to be like a whole nother games
DLC.
Yeah, there's going to be
all this
so
other
much.
shit.
There's going to be so much, and that's the thing I was telling Kiana about this on the way up here. This game gets so much free DLC. This game gets so much free content that it keeps you able to play it. Like, even if you don't want to play it like right now, like say you beat it, do all the shit within this week, you could leave the game and come back in like 2 to 3 months and just pick it up, and you'll fall in love with relearning your weapon again, getting back out there and seeing what monsters are now in the areas that they added with the DLC, what missions you can do. Like, it's a very, 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 very good game, and it's doing very good right now. And so, if you're looking for something new, highly recommend trying out Monster Hunter Wilds if you haven't at all. And also, if you want to try the game that came before this, give Monster Hunter World a try. That's the one that, because Monster Hunter Wilds is basically a sequel to that, even though all the stories are technically not connected. Monster Hunter Worlds is the first one, and Monster Hunter Wilds is the second one. So if you want to play the precursor to this, go play Monster Hunter World. Other than that, fantastic fucking games. Fantastic games. Another thing we wanted to bring up, though, was Daredevil.
Daredevil Born Again.
Because holy piss.
It releases March 4th, so you guys are probably going to get an early release on this, so you'll see this, hopefully, before that show comes out.
Yeah.
Where's it coming out? Because I think I saw the
Disney Plus.
That's what I thought.
Disney now owns it, and that was the thing that made this scary. So let's give I'm going to give a little bit of background history here, just for the people who may not know the history behind these shows and why there's so much significance behind them. Daredevil, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, Iron Fist.
And whatever the hell that show was, they did all together.
Yes.
Not
The
a clue.
Something,
Defenders? Something like
yeah.
that. Yeah, they did a
Defenders
show
of Justice or some shit like that. They had like a show where they were all together and that. But those 4 characters alone, so Iron Fist, Daredevil, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, those 4 characters had shows on Netflix. They were Netflix original Marvel shows. They were in an era of their own, but they also lived in a world of their own. They weren't connected to the movies in any way, shape, or form, but they were their own. They were their own world within the universe. So like the characters never appeared in any of the movies at all, but they were all the shows were captured within places within the movie's universe. And they were all attached to each other. So, like, you would see characters from one TV show show up in another, like Jessica Jones and Luke Cage. They had a love connection. And in the comic books, they were even, like, married at one point. But in the show, they had, like, a little bit of a love connection. So they showed up in shows together. Daredevil was in Iron Fist. I'm pretty sure Daredevil was also in Jessica Jones at one point as well. But then, like Scott said, they ended up bringing them all together and giving them their own show.
I think the first crossover was Luke Cage and Jessica Jones.
I believe so.
I think so.
I believe so.
I haven't seen any of this.
They are
so I have no
they're
idea.
so fucking good. It pisses me off. And then at the end of it, we get, which is the best one, in my honest opinion. People have their own opinions. I know people love Daredevil a lot. I know some people really, really like Iron Fist a lot. And then there's people that hate Iron Fist. But Punisher comes out. And Punisher,
Forgot about that one, actually.
Punisher is the best fucking one.
I also didn't watch that.
So
either.
you know Walking Dead, right?
Yeah.
So you know the what is his name? Rick Grimes, the main character, his buddy cop in like the first season who like is like sleeping with his wife and everything.
Yeah. I know he's the Punisher.
He's the Punisher, and he is
damn good.
the fucking Punisher. There is like literally like how we look at I don't know if I've said this here before. I know I said it before, but I don't know if I've said it on the podcast before. But it's like he did such a good job as Punisher that when you say Punisher, his face is the face that pops up in my head to the same extent that if you say Iron Man, I think of Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, in my head I was thinking like Iron Man.
Yeah, the moment you say Iron Man, I'm just like, oh, it's Robert Downey Jr. Like, there's no doubt about it's Robert Downey Jr. Sure, hey, Captain America, that's Chris Evans. Yeah. That's Chris Evans. And at this point, he's the same way. Even though I'm so pissed poor remembering his name, every time I literally hear Punisher, his face is the only face that pops up. It's literally the only face that pops up. There have been plenty of Punishers before him, even comic book iterations, video game iterations, all the site. He is the one. He does such a good job of portraying that character and capturing every bit of his essence that it is perfect. And that leads me to my point of, with this new Daredevil show, this opens a lot of doors for these shows that were on Netflix because these shows would end up going on to be canceled. They would get bought out by Disney, get brought over to Disney Plus. Disney would then go, we're not doing anything with this. We have no plans of doing anything with this right now.
I'm pretty sure every one of them left off on cliffhangers too.
Yeah, all
the
of them
Iron
did.
Fist cliffhanger
That sucks ass.
pissed me off when I heard they canceled it.
So I didn't watch Iron Fist. I know of Iron Fist. I know the character and everything. I never watched the show like that. I've seen clips and everything. That's just like the only one that I just didn't dive into. But Luke Cage's cliffhanger where he ends off in the fucking bar, basically owning what was it called? What was the name of the bar?
I know the barbershop.
What was the name of the bar though? Because he owns the bar. It was Cottonmouth's bar.
Oh fuck, I don't know.
It was.
I remember.
It was the one that everybody fought over. Like it was the one that everybody fought over because Cottonmouth owned it. Then the Jamaican guys from that season owned it.
I don't remember much of season 2.
Luke Cage's bar and Jessica Jones. Is that what you're looking for?
No, Luke Cage's bar and Luke Cage.
Yeah, he has his own show called.
His show is called Luke Cage. But
it was Cottonmouth. I don't know if he changed the name. I'm sure he changed the name of it.
I don't remember. It wasn't called Cottonmouth's bar. It had its own name, but I can't remember what it was called.
Yeah, I'm trying to look and see.
I remember Pop's Barbershop. The older guy.
The bar and Luke Cage. I can't remember what it's called. Fuck. But nonetheless, he basically ended up fighting over that fucking bar for the first the first 2 seasons, pretty much. Like between fighting with Cottonmouth and then going on to fight the.
Is it just called Luke's Bar?
No, it's not called Luke's Bar.
I see Luke's was a dive bar owned by Luke Cage in New York City.
Oh man, what was dude, this is gonna kill me?
Harlem's Paradise nightclub.
Paradise.
That's what it was called when it was Cottonmouth.
That's the name of that's what they refer to it as. That's what they refer to it as Harlem's Paradise. That's what it is. Harlem's Paradise. I knew
I'm
it
like
was
sitting here
something.
looking. I'm like, damn, I don't know.
Yeah,
bro.
I knew it wasn't Luke's Bar. I'm like, Luke's Bar. No, it's not Luke's Bar.
And they was saying there was one that he had called Luke's where it was in New York City, and I was like, all right, whatever.
Yeah,
He's in New York. I don't remember what area. In New
Hell's
York.
Kitchen. I don't know where. Yeah, but I don't know where that specifically. But yeah, Hell's Kitchen. But either way, all of them ended off with cliffhangers, and they would all go on to be canceled. Disney would go on to tell us that they're not doing anything with it, which then they would go do their own Marvel shows, which were all connected to the cinematic universe, which we all know about all those. We've seen them, talked about them, whatever. But now, with the, fast forward a little bit, what was 2 years ago now, we get Spider-Man movie.
It was Far From Home.
Far From Home. It's Spider-Man movie, Far From Home. And we get Peter Parker sitting in his dining room, and all of a sudden, who walks in? Oh boy, it's Daredevil, because he's a lawyer. He's a blind fucking lawyer, and he's the best in the fucking world. And whose case is he here to handle? Oh, just so happens to be fucking.
Oh no, it was No Way Home. It was the newest one because it was after Mysterio.
Yes, it was after Mysterio.
Was
yes.
Far From Home.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you are correct.
Yeah.
But yeah, handling Spider-Man's case. A great moment where he catches a brick that breaks through the window without even fucking looking.
Yeah.
He literally doesn't even budge. Just go. Just goes,
he caught it.
Yeah.
And, but the moment the camera panned over to him, most people that pay attention to this level saw him and immediately understood that meant that all of those TV shows are canon now.
Yeah.
Those are all tied in with the MCU.
They literally,
Cinematic
at that
universe.
one moment, it went from them not being canon to instantly they all exist now.
Yeah.
And that was amazing. That was the best thing they could have done. It was the best thing they could have done. And And they didn't even have to do it in a big glorious fashion. They just literally like, here's one character.
Yep.
Here's him just to go, hey, I'm out. And that's it. That's all you need. That's all you need. Let him show up, do a cool thing. Caught it. Boom. See you guys. I'll catch you in about 2 years when they get done recording my shit. And here we are.
Which reminds me of a baseball coach when he's doing an interview and he catches the fucking ball.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, keep it on the field, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, man. But no, they dropped the trailer for the new Daredevil series. And there were a lot of hints to shit that's going on in that show. But then there was a little bit in that trailer that got me really, really excited. And there's a point where there's somebody walking through an alleyway, and there's a light that's shining down through the alleyway, so you see the spotlights, and the spotlight catches the chest piece of the guy walking through, and it's a trench coat with a big white skull in the middle of that shirt, and I went, "Oh,
He's back!"
Oh, I'm so excited! Like there is
Stop
no
loving
amount
yourself.
there is no amount of joy that I get when it comes to like people who play these perfect characters and then just getting the ability to do what they need to. And I'm just like, if this is them saying that his show is back, fucking yes. Out of all of them, that's the one I wanted. Like, out of all of them, Punisher was the one that I was like, if there is any one of them that needs to come back for my sanity, it's Punisher.
If there was a show out of the 5, which one did you care for less out of all of them? I know which one I have.
I mean, like,
I didn't see any of them.
I would probably say Iron Fist, but that's just because, like I said, I just haven't had the interest to go through and even finish all of it.
I
like
did
that.
watch all of them.
Yeah.
Jessica Jones is the most I didn't gain as much attention out of that one.
I like Jessica Jones
I
a lot,
watched it all the
though.
way through, but
Hers is more of like...
it was alright.
Hers is because like the thing about everybody else's is they're a lot more action based because Luke Cage is a big like strong fucking guy who can barely be killed by the simplest of fucking things. Like it takes a lot to really beat the shit out of this fucking man and take him down. He could take a lot. And then there's Iron Fist, who is like a fucking Shaolin warrior who trained in the mountains, has like the power to control his chi, like talked with like a dragon in the mountains as well, ended up gaining powers from the dragon. So he's got like fucking great hands and magic ability to go with him. Super fucking cool. Jessica Jones is also just a very strong, resilient fucking girl. She's a small girl, but she's very fucking strong. She's got super good
almost
strength.
has the same abilities as
Almost
Luke
has the
Cage.
same. Yeah, that's what ends up like why in the comic
As
books.
who?
Luke Cage.
Cage.
Okay.
That's why in the comic books they kind of end up becoming a thing is because
Right.
like they have like they understand each other more than probably anybody else possibly could.
Yeah.
And they're probably the only people that can handle each other in the bedroom without breaking each other's backs.
They totally fucked him.
Oh, Luke Cage has blown Jessica's back out numerous times over.
There's also that nurse that both Luke and Daredevil both
Yeah.
smashed.
Yep. And Daredevil, we all know the story of Daredevil. If you don't know the story of Daredevil, he's a man who went blind as a kid, ended up fucking using his abilities to fucking heighten basically being blind heightened the rest of his abilities, and he used that to his advantage to basically train up and basically become a fucking superhero with it.
A badass.
And he also just so happens to be one of the smartest fucking lawyers on the planet. So yeah, there's also that.
He's a pro bono lawyer. He doesn't charge anybody.
Yep. He's fucking great. He's great
So
at what
not
he
only
does.
is he a crime-fighting blind man, he's also very humble.
Yeah, very humble. Very humble.
I'm fighting blind
Very,
man.
very humble. And Punisher is a man who just got wronged. He just got wronged, and what he's doing is going to make it right. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. He's not a good guy. He's not a bad guy. He is right here. Like, here's Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, Iron Man, and Daredevil. Here are all of the bad guys from all of their series.
Oh, Iron Fist.
This
You
is
said Iron Man?
Did I say Iron Man? Yeah, Iron Fist. Sorry,
I was confused.
Iron
I was like,
Fist.
wait.
I was like,
Iron Fist.
here.
All these motherfuckers. Like, here's all the good guys. Here's all the bad guys. Punisher's like right here. He was right here. He doesn't care about any of the shit. Like, he literally like. Batman doesn't kill people. Punisher literally will make a dude explode in the middle of the street in broad daylight. He does not care. He literally does not care. He is so brutal, it's fucking great.
His
That's
name
awesome.
is the Punisher.
But clearly.
Yeah, he's there to punish.
Yeah. Frank Castle is so good. Love it. But looking forward to seeing how that all plays out. I'm looking forward to seeing what Disney does with the storytelling, because it was Netflix's storytelling beforehand. So I want to see how
Right.
Disney
I'm
takes
sure
it.
Marvel had a little piece in it.
Yeah, oh, absolutely, absolutely. But I want to see like how Disney continues, that world, that environment, because
I'm
they brought the
hoping-
characters in, and the characters they keep like the same like personality and everything. They haven't changed anything about the characters, how they act so far. Just looking to see how they tell their story now. Just
If for some reason this show airs and that Punisher is not the same actor,
dude,
they're not going to hear the end of it. And
Oh,
that show's
no.
going to get canceled again.
they're not going to hear the end of it from me specifically. From me specifically.
From probably most of the MCU
Yeah.
fan base.
From
but yes,
me
also you.
specifically. I will be the first one throwing tomatoes at the building.
Just standing outside of Marvel.
I-
Fuck you.
Boo! Boo! That's bullshit!
Oh, God.
Speaking of bullshit, Shrek 5.
Yeah, Shrek 5.
Time to Sonic bully the fuck out of them.
So-
the animation is trash.
Yeah, so
That is
let's start out
wild.
with Shrek. The Shrek released a trailer. We got a trailer for the new movie Shrek. If you don't know what Shrek is, go watch the movie. If you haven't watched the movie Shrek, you've been living under a fucking
You're
rock, or you're
fucking
under the age of
uncultured
My
5.
swine.
trainer. I tried to talk to my trainer about it this week, and he was like, "I don't think I've ever watched any of the Shreks." I was like, "There's fucking 4 of them, dude. Plus probably little sideshows."
I keep forgetting
There
that
is a
there's
lot of side
4.
shows.
So here's my thing. Let me.
You forget about 3 and 4.
I don't forget about 4. I forget about 3. I always forget about 3. I don't
already
forget
had
about
this conversation.
Rumpelstiltskin's one. I never forget about Rumpelstiltskin's one, because that's when he has all of his kids, and that's when we get to do the roar scene. Like I
Do the
remember,
roar.
I remember all of that.
I never watched it.
That's crazy, because I think it's better than 3.
I never watched 3 or 4.
See,
I've watched all of them.
I've seen all. I literally just watched all of the. Actually, I didn't watch 4 this weekend, but I did watch 1, 2, and then almost all of 3.
I'm
went to
pretty
sleep
sure
in the
they're
middle
on
of 3.
Peacock.
Yeah, they are.
It's the one service. Oh no, I do have that one.
You have Peacock because it's literally what we watch the pay-per-views on.
Yeah, I was thinking of Paramount.
Yep.
I don't know, man.
I do have it. I got
Nonetheless-
it 'cause NFL.
Trailer was released for Shrek 5.
Ass.
We're talking about 1, 2, 3, and 4. The new one is 5. It's slated to release in 2026, but with the current amount of bullying, we might push it back to 2027 because they might have to do something about this animation. I don't know. The internet is in an uproar.
We're really hoping that we hit them so hard like we did with Sonic that they fix
It's
it.
just not good.
Put it back. Just
not
put it back to
good.
the way it was.
It's not good, bro. It's not good.
Yeah,
You can up the quality a little bit, maybe, but honestly, you really ain't got to do that. You could just put it back to
and
the same animation
I'm
style
gonna
it
be
was before.
so
I
real.
do not like it.
I'm gonna be so real. After watching those movies, I literally watched them 2 days ago. After watching them recently, the first one, fucking crazy how well that animation holds up. Now, granted, when you look at some shots, you're like, wow, there's really not a whole lot on screen.
Yeah.
Like when you're watching like the scene where he's fighting in Farquaad's castle,
Yeah.
like yeah, he's fighting like 5 to 6 guys in the ring, but then you look around like the ring, there's like nothing there.
Yeah.
There was like nothing there. There's like a cart over there. There's like the big alcohol barrel that they just spilled
Yeah.
and poured over, and there's like maybe like 2 things over here, and then there's the ring. There's nothing else
You start
there.
to backfill all that space, and the render quality of the video just kind of goes to shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
And
it's
I'm pretty
also
sure that
like
movie came out on VHS.
it came out in like 2002, so it's like the animation. It was
Might have been DVD.
It was pushing DVD.
Yeah, it might have
pushing
been right out of
We
VHS.
were pushing DVD. I had it on VHS.
2001.
Also, it did release on
Yeah,
VHS.
it released on VHS, but then they also started releasing DVD right in the middle of that. So they were like, both. Get it on both. That's when we started getting the dual, the VHS DVD
It's so
player
wild.
combination.
Shrek 2 was also on VHS.
Which
in
for
case
a
you're
lot
wondering.
of kids under the age of 10, that sounded like a whole mumbo jumbo, and what I just did there did not look good to you. So if you're watching this at a young age and don't know what the hell a VCR or a DVD player is,
I'm sorry to break this to you, but adults, 18-year-olds, probably don't know what a VHS player is.
that's bullshit. And if you don't know what that is, go fucking educate yourself, you fucking
That's
loser.
like, what, 2007? 2006? For
What was it?
18-year-olds?
Oh, fuck. I don't know.
I don't know.
Math. I think
Don't
it's
ask me.
2007.
I don't work at a gas station anymore, so I don't have to remember the age limits and shit.
Yeah, it's 2007. So yeah, 18-year-olds
Hey,
were born in 07. So they probably that was after the VHS was out.
They still
They had the combo, but like really
still had
making
VHS.
them.
They still had
them,
VHS.
yeah, but they weren't making them anymore.
They weren't making them. No,
So
but they
most
still
most
had
people's
them.
parents were
They
probably
still
just buying
had
DVDs
them.
because
That's
they
so
were better.
wild.
But like 18-year-olds probably don't know what a VHS is if their parents didn't.
If you're 18 and don't know what a VHS is, go fuck yourself. Which we'll speak about that later.
That's so wild.
But yeah.
I'm
Well,
old.
so
We're getting old.
Sorry, my brain. I had a brain fart. I forgot where I was at in my
Shrek.
topic.
Shrek.
Yes.
We just had a mild feel old moment. So.
But
fine.
yeah, the first movie's animation holds up fantastically. Like I said, they don't put a lot on screen, but like when you look at Shrek's face, you look at Fiona's face, you look at Donkey's face, like the quality on the design and the animation to all of the characters is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
For 2001, it's fucking amazing. And like I really thought about it, and I was like, man, Shrek really, like, because I think it got entered into like the historical movie vault or some shit like that. It got entered into like, it's the only animated film to get entered into like some historical, like monumental, like movie thing, like Hall of Fame type like deal. And when it got entered in, I was like, man, that's funny. I was like, Shrek being the one that's fucking hilarious. Like other animated films that could have been in there or added in there from this time period, but it was Shrek. That's funny. But then like I rewatched it, and I'm like, you know what? Shrek 1 probably is the most perfect animated film.
Yeah.
Like, it probably is the most perfect animated film. The first one, at least. The other ones, you could probably have an argument. But the first one, story beginning to end, it's a true love story. Tells you everything you need to know. It's got the perfect comedy. It's got the perfect amount of comedy. It gives you modern comedy and comedy that lasts. Jokes that could go on forever.
Yeah.
And then it gives you music that's timeless. It gives you characters that are timeless. Like, very overall good, solid movie. I look at this new one. I don't get any of that feeling. I don't get any of that feeling. I literally saw this, and I was telling my friends in the group chat, I was like, this looks fan made.
I had to restart it because I thought it was like AI.
Yeah, I was like, this looks
had to
fan
restart
made.
the
This doesn't
trailer.
look real. It looks like when people tell me that a show is being remade or reanimated or revised, like whenever people were circulating like the old images of Courage the Cowardly Dog and Ed, Ed and Eddie getting reanimated for Cartoon Network, and they were just bullshit fan made images. It looked like that.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, what is this? I don't like this. But I don't know. We'll just have to see if it holds the same. If it holds the same characteristics, the same value as the original movies, we'll be okay. But the animation's just gotta. Something's gotta. And who knows? They could be a major fake out. This could be a huge fucking fake out. This could be the biggest fake out of the. Who knows? Who knows? We don't know shit. The best thing that we can do is have our hopes high. That's it. So
just keep bullying them and hope that they release what was supposed to be the trailer or something.
Yeah. Which just makes me wonder about all the other kids that are supposed to be in that movie. Shrek's two other boys, and then Donkey's kids. Yeah.
Oh, fuck, I forgot about Donkey's kids.
Yeah, Donkey's three idiots.
Donkeys with the dragon, yeah.
So, let's continue on to the big one that we need to talk about.
Hold on,
You're a girl
Did the dragon?
Did the dragon ever have a name?
No, dragon.
Just dragon?
Dragon.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm going to Google.
Poor dragon.
Pretty sure it's just dragon.
I don't remember having a name.
Oh, you a girl dragon.
That sounded entirely too good.
Ogres are like onions. Because they stink? No. Because they make you cry? No.
It says that they don't think she's been given an official name, but sometimes referred to as Elizabeth. Because in Shrek 2, Donkey says, "I'm coming, Elizabeth," while fainting from a transformation potion. So they think it could be Elizabeth.
But technically has not been given a name.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotcha.
I'm coming, Elizabeth almost sounds like a reference to something else, though.
It could be.
It could be, but like, who knows?
It's a very Shrek thing to do.
Yeah, they reference so much shit. Oh, man, that'd be a great drinking game to have. Play a drinking game with Shrek and then drink for every pop culture reference that they make in that shit, or every pop culture reference you see.
You get real fucked up. Just watch that anime.
Oh, man, it's so good. Oh, wait, you talking about what? Which one?
The one
Ghost
where they
Stories?
push the limits, yeah.
Yeah, Ghost Stories. Yeah, go watch Ghost Stories. By the way, great anime. Let's talk about the big one because we don't have a lot of time and we still got to do the fun one.
It's gonna take a minute. It's gonna take
Yo, some wild shit happens.
WWE, the Elimination Chamber.
My goodness.
Holy hell! I said it last night. So the guys on the game, I don't know if I said it in the room when we were all together, but I think that was probably the best pay-per-view all year so far.
My mom doesn't know shit about WWE, and I still FaceTime her
No,
last night and
like
told
when
her.
you from WrestleMania to WrestleMania.
Okay, I got you.
Because that's
easily.
That's what I consider to
Easily.
be the year. Like I consider WrestleMania to WrestleMania the year. I don't use like our like actual year to consider like what it's just like the NBA basketball games, like NFL and all those other games. Like the year is when the football season's happening.
Yeah.
That's when the year is considered. It's not from January to December. It's from when football starts to when football ends, and then when we get to the preseason. You know.
I screen shared my phone last night on FaceTime, and I was showing my mom the clips on Facebook, and I was like, Mom, you got to see this shit. And she's like, I don't know who some of these people are. And I'm like, I don't even care. Just fucking watch it right now.
I was telling my mom about the ending, which we'll talk about, but we got to get through it because there was a lot. This was a jam-packed pay-per-view.
I think the Elimination Chamber this year was better than WrestleMania last year.
I could see that.
WrestleMania was fucking good last year. But goddamn,
this was so
for a one-night event. Also, somebody asked Triple H in the post interview if they would ever consider doing 2-night events for all pay-per-views, and he's like, "I might slap you." He's like, "Fuck no, we're not doing that." Hell no.
That's a lot of.
He's
work.
like, two pay-per-view nights a month? No. I was like, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
He asked like 2 side questions or whatever. And the first one he skipped. He's like, I'll answer the second question first, and he answered that one. And he's like, and on your first question, I'm strongly considering getting up and slapping you right now. Because we're not doing that.
That's insanity.
That's
insanity. That's too much work, dude. You watch some of the behind the scenes of how they get some of these superstars just set up for their walk to the fucking ring, and it's like just them going through that is work within its own, and that's just for the walk
stadium itself.
Yeah. You're on bullshit if you think that they're gonna clean that whole stadium up and then go run it back again and then do it every single fucking month. You're ridiculous. They would make their money for it 110 times over. But the amount of manpower that would take to go into managing all of that every month and then praying to God that nobody takes an injury while doing all of that, because that's a lot of extra work that you're putting on the wrestlers. Like, that's too much, dude. I would love to see a lot of these pay-per-views go a lot longer, because trust me, I would love to see more Elimination Chamber bullshit. I mean, hell, it would be cool to have an Elimination Chamber and have, like, weight classes be considered for them, or, like titles being considered for, like, specific, like, Elimination Chambers, like having an Elimination Chamber just for Intercontinental, and then maybe one for just the fucking heavyweight championship, or something like that, or maybe even like a bigger chamber to like hold dual capsules where you could have, or even just a bigger capsule where you can maybe do a tag team Elimination Chamber or something. Who knows? There's futures for stuff like that to happen, but for every pay-per-view,
it'd be wild.
He also made a really good point that if you were to do it double nights for every pay-per-view every month, eventually the fans would start to get used to seeing so much of it that the pay-per-views would lose their
luster.
Yeah, luster.
They would lose their luster. Yeah.
They would be as fun to be excited for anymore, because they would feel like a regular weekly episode.
Yeah, that would be a
just
lot.
kind of overdone after a while.
Yeah,
that's why they stretch things out. And they have that small little Saturday night main event that they brought back. They're doing that to kind of fill in the empty space between, if there's like 2-3 months between pay-per-views, they try to squeeze that in there just to give us a little something to look forward to instead of waiting so long.
They usually fill those with pretty decent matches too. It's not like they.
At this point in the past 2, we've realized they're not
super huge.
They're not going to exchange any titles.
Yeah,
like it's a small pay-per-view.
Yeah, and I mean, who knows? And that could potentially change too. Like, I mean, hell, there have been times. Like, I mean, hell,
they haven't.
I didn't think that was. Remember when we didn't think Jay was going to lose his fucking title on the fucking Monday Night Raw?
Monday
Night Raw, he lost it, and he hasn't gotten it back since that fucking.
Because he's going for the big boy.
Now he's going for the big one. Now he's going for the big dog. But let's start it off at the very top. Let's take it from the tippy top. But before we get to Tiffy, there was one fight before. I love Tiffy, and I want to talk about her. I love Tiffy. Love Tiffy. But the women's Elimination Chamber, pretty decent. Pretty decent. It was pretty decent.
Started that shit up with a bang.
It was wild.
We got the return.
It kept going. It kept going.
And we got the return. Every match was just like, how are they going to do this one?
Yeah.
Because they started off with Jade Cargill returning, and we thought she was going to beat the fuck
Jade
out of Liv.
Cargill coming out
shit out of Naomi.
Shit out of
and
Naomi.
not to mention the pop off that Jade got from the crowd whenever she came out.
Nobody expected that.
Nobody expected it. You heard the like somebody was about to get let out of the pod, but then you see her big, muscular, beautiful ass running down the fucking line. Oh man,
so
just
bad,
fucking
bro.
huffing it. And like you guys said, the fake out from looking like she's getting ready to pummel Liv to just going after Naomi and
Liv looks scared
beating the
as fuck,
hell out of her. To beating her to the point where she's trying to literally crawl out of the ring, and she takes the cage door, which is on a slide at this point, and
fucking rams it into
Oh
her.
man!
And then she was unable to continue, and they just eliminated her. They've done a piece like this before, and I mentioned this to you guys last night, where they've had, I think it was Edge, came in, beat the fuck out of somebody, threw him out, closed the door, and then put himself in a pod.
Right.
Yes, I do remember that. Yes.
I don't remember who it was.
Yeah, because I thought they were going to put her in the pod too, or just find someone to replace her.
That's what we thought. We thought that somebody was going to take
chuck Naomi out, and then she was going to get in the pod,
Yeah.
and then maybe she beat the fuck out of Bianca or something like that.
And see, I didn't know that Io was supposed to go up against Rhea, and so I was thinking maybe Io was going to come out and get tossed into the pod, because I was like, I know that Io's been going for the belt, so maybe that might be her way of doing it. But then you told me she was going for, they were doing a match already, and I
mentioned it last week because Rhea doesn't technically owe her anything. She says that, but she gave her a match because she accidentally fucked up Io making it to the chamber.
Right.
And so that match is tomorrow. I don't think Io's going to win. I think it's going to be Bianca that goes against Rhea. I think it's going to be Rhea. But
just trying to think of how Io could win that fight. If there is any way she could win, I've been trying to wrap it in my head and think about it.
Mind blown if she wins.
If
honestly,
she wins,
I don't know anyone that would come out in.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think anybody that would come out and fuck with it. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it just seems like a very basic title match. Like, it doesn't seem like there's anything that's gonna happen. So that's why I'm like, this is so.
And we say that, but we never know what's gonna fucking happen.
That's what I'm saying.
It doesn't matter. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's
if
so.
y'all don't, I'll update you.
It's just so unorthodox. I mean, like, it's not like. Like, it's like, yeah, she owes it to her, but there's like nothing that like really builds up with this, like,
because they've always had a good thing friends. Together. Yeah,
it's just like because with Jay having his title and losing it on Monday Night Raw, like, it was at least like he was like being put to the test consistently. Like, people, like, ever since he got that belt was like, yo, you not built like that. You not, you know. And then Braun came through and was like, he just ain't seen somebody like me. That's really all it comes down to. Like, he could keep going, but he can keep going as long as he doesn't wrestle me. The moment he wrestles me, I'm taking the shit from him.
I'm pretty sure he faced Braun. Braun won, and then they faced again. Jay won, and then they faced again, and then Braun got it back, and Braun's had it ever since.
Yeah,
pretty
Pretty sure that's anybody can let us know in the comments.
And it's all been on Monday Night Raw episodes. None of these exchanges were on a PLE, so I don't know what's going on with that.
So I don't know, but the winner of it all, of the women's elimination chamber, turned out to be
Bianca Belair.
Bianca Belair. Yeah, I was about to say Jade Belair, but it's Bianca Belair.
I do want to point out something before she won. Whip the fuck.
That's literally what I was just about to say, bro. Literally what I was just about to say.
And the post interview with Bianca, they were like, it literally echoed through the stadium.
Yeah.
I mean, she made her bleed.
Cracked that shit.
Like a fucking whip, bro.
They played it back for Bianca, and Bianca hadn't seen it yet. And you could just see the genuine reaction for Bianca's facial reaction whenever she heard it and watched it at the same time. She's just like,
well, Liv kept snatching her by her fucking hair. So
I mean, everybody kept grabbing her by her hair.
They were like, "Why would you do it like that?" And she was like, "What do you mean? Why would I do it like that?" She was trying to pull me off the pod by my hair.
She also wrapped it around the cage at one point and was pulling on her fucking hair. So that's why I did it, bitch. The vibes.
Bianca was like, "Everybody knows rule number 1: don't touch my fucking hair." And everybody touches their hair. So there's a lot of hair not to touch.
Because it's long hair. And what are you gonna do other than snatch her by it and drag her around?
Yeah. I will say, shout out to, what's her name? Roxanne Perez? Was that her name?
Yeah.
Shout out to Roxanne Perez. She held her own in that shit for it being her first elimination chamber ever.
She didn't get a lot of screen time.
I'm mad
she didn't get a lot of screen time, but
too.
she did a good job. Alexa getting out did surprise me as well. I was very surprised she did.
I thought Alexa was going.
I thought Alexa was going too.
That's what I'm saying is, like, maybe they have something else big planned for her
maybe
already.
maybe that's the thing. Maybe it's just too early. Maybe they want to spend the time to build her up and let her kind of bask in the light a little bit more. Because
that'd have been some wild shit seeing her against Rhea.
Yeah, because and you know,
demon
like
versus demon.
That's the thing too. Is like I feel like if they would have, if she would have won, it would have felt rushed.
Yeah.
It would have felt rushed.
Because she didn't come back that long ago.
No.
She came back at the Rumble.
She came back at the Rumble.
Last PLE.
Right.
Yeah. So, like, if she would have won this and then would have instantly gotten a title match off of this, they'd have been like, everybody been like, okay.
It's just so weird that it's Bianca.
So, but...
There's no feud between Bianca and
That's what I'm
Rhea,
saying.
so this is just a
it's just a normal match.
This is just a PvP.
Jade attacking Naomi. I'm ready to see what the fuck that story unfolds.
It just depends on if she gets her ass whooped. Because
thankfully, all of Bianca, Naomi, Jade, they're all Raw.
Yeah,
they're all on.
So we can see that shit unfold on our time and not have to worry about it.
She also gets her ass whooped.
Yeah. That was the biggest thing, though, is that most of what happened throughout tonight, I didn't get too much of information on any of it beforehand because I don't have cable. It's fucking 2025. Nobody pays for cable anymore. Yeah. So I don't have USA Network. So I don't watch SmackDown. So I'm watching highlight clips, hoping that I get everything. And there was the match, the tag team match, which was next, and we'll talk about that in a second. I knew nothing about it.
Yeah.
I didn't either.
Yeah. So the next match was
it threw me off so fucking
was Tiffany Stratton, Trish Stratus,
Trisha.
both of them.
Trish is beautiful.
They are exquisite. They are amazing. Tiffany, if you ever want to come on the pod, please. Trish Stratus, if you ever find the time, please do come on the pod. They went up against Nia Jax and Candice.
I don't even know what her dumbass name was.
What was it?
Candice LeRae.
Candice LeRae. Okay.
Pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure you're right. I don't. She's very forgettable.
She's new. She's straight out of NXT and immediately tags up with Nia.
It's just someone else she's trying to build up. It is Candice LeRae.
Okay.
It was a great fight. It was good. Nothing really too crazy to talk about. They didn't really have a whole lot of crazy shit happen, to be real with you. Like nothing that
there was no like betrayal moments or anything like that. There was a moment where Candice got on the top rope to do a jump off or whatever onto, I think it was Tiffany or Trish. I don't remember which one. They rolled out of the way and Candice landed on
Nia.
Yeah. But I don't know if they're going to play it off as a betrayal or anything like that.
I don't think so.
They do that all the time where somebody will accidentally do something in the ring and they'll play it off like, oh, you did it on purpose.
Yeah.
So they'll do that sometimes. But I don't think they're going to for that. But other than that, there was only like super betrayal moments.
Yeah.
So it was it was more or less just a basic match. But Trish is from Toronto, Canada, and that's where the PLE was. So they played it off like that, and obviously they're not going to let Trish, that Hall of Famer, lose in her hometown.
My God,
pulled up in a fucking Lamborghini
Urus
and Lamborghini Urus.
White.
She's aged like fine wine. Trisha's aged so
She's only
beautifully.
47, bro.
She's so
49.
beautiful.
49,
bro. But for like me, I watched her when I was like.
Oh yeah,
shorter than this table.
She's been
like,
around
bro.
Since
she's been in the WWE since I was in diapers. Yeah. Like,
she's so bad, bro.
She's been in the WWE longer than John Cena.
To think that she was in the WWE and she looks almost the exact same as what she did when she was literally jumping off of the top turnbuckle back in '90. Like, bro. She's so fucking hot. She's aged like fine fucking wine. Most of those women that leave the WWE and come back don't look that way.
We'll probably put up a picture of the two of them together.
Oh man, I'll 110% do it, please.
Absolutely, because their fits match so well.
Yeah,
the white
so
and the blue, and then the
so
white Urus that they pulled up into.
Looks so good. Which I will say, to kind of backtrack a little bit, because we did talk about it. The belt for the tag team women's belt on Liv did look good. We did acknowledge that. Her fit with that belt, look, guys, y'all can flip her off.
I fucking hate her.
All of us hate Liv, but there was a moment.
I don't hate her.
Okay, most of us hate Liv. Yeah, but there was a moment in watching the pay-per-view last night where all of us just kind of had to come to
all I'm gonna say
agreement that Liv looked fine with that belt.
All I'm gonna say is let Dom keep fucking up.
Unfortunately, put this one. We'll put this one.
That's fine. That works for me. She got all that ass. Yeah. All right. Next one was Sami versus Kevin. Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens.
God, that was some wild shit.
Unsanctioned match.
Meaning
so
WWE
anything goes.
Anything goes. WWE posts no responsibility in the match. Even the referee was not wearing his regular referee
No, he was just
attire.
wearing a black shirt. He was mic'd up a little bit, and then he had his blood gloves with his pants on. The black pants that they wear. That was the only
pants on.
That was the only thing that was a part of the original attire that he wears. Like that was the only thing of the original attire that he wore. Like for like the referee's uniform, the pants and the shoes were the only thing that were there. And other than that, he was just wearing a black shirt. He looked so business casual. It was funny as hell to see, but it was also crazy because you're like, wow, we're in a weird time for WWE where this is just a thing. A lot of weird things happen. We're going to continue on with the weird shit. This is the kind of the beginning of it, if I'm going to be real, because like it was just an aggressive match, man.
God, yeah.
It was an aggressive
like
match.
Attitude Era level match.
It felt like backyard wrestling for a bit there.
Someone needs to handle Kevin Owens, though, because his punk ass.
Like,
I don't know who's going to be next. It's Randy. Duh. It's going to be Randy.
It's going to be Randy. Which we'll talk about here in a sec, because like, let's kind of talk a little bit about the match. The match was aggressive. They ended up going from the in the ring to out of the ring, doing a lot of stuff out of the ring.
And they wanted
a lot of tables.
Each other.
A lot of tables.
They had to bust at least 7-8 tables.
Dude, there was so many.
He hit him with Dominic.
Bro, yeah.
Pat McAfee killed all of us. Fucking Sammy hit Kevin with the trash can. He's just like, oh my God, he just hit him with Dominic Mysterio. Not a single one of us were prepared for that.
Didn't skip a beat.
Lost my shit.
I know Michael Cole is strong.
And you can hear Michael Cole trying to talk, but he just choked up so hard trying not to laugh.
Because it was the funniest shit ever.
And Pat was just like, it's all right. I'll be here all week.
They were literally running through the crowd, and he just picks up this big ass fucking the only metal trash can.
Real conveniently placed trash can.
The only aluminum metal trash can. Yeah, they only had papers and shit in it.
Oh shit. That blew me. That was hilarious.
It was a great match, and then they get into the ring, and there's so many chairs. There's so many chairs in the ring.
But Sammy says, we need more chairs.
There's one specific chair, though, that I got really excited for. And I called it. Before he even pulled out, I fucking called it. Too. I knew exactly what the fuck he was going for. I was like, if we're going this deep.
You said it was either that or a bat.
It was either that or a bat.
The bat or the chair.
I was like, one way or another, it's a chair covered in barbed wire or it's a bat covered in barbed wire. And sure as fuck enough, it was a chair. And damn, did they use it. Holy shit, did they use it. Like, it was so perfectly used, too. They gave him perfectly like good like bat chair shots with the fucking just.
We were so surprised too. We're like, is he gonna do it? Is he really gonna fucking do it?
It was like he thought about it like he wasn't going to for a second there too.
Then he fucking opens the chair, sits it down like somebody's about to sit in it, and then Owens charges at Sammy, and Sammy trips his legs. And Owens face plants right on the seat.
I'm pretty sure, based off of the visual face shots of Kevin after, that he actually smacked his face on that.
Yeah.
Because his one of his eyes was real swollen.
Yeah. Oh,
you can't fake that.
He took a really good shot.
He hit the side of his face on the chair.
Like his eyelid was real swollen and shit. So he smacked his fucking face on that shit.
He hit that shit real hard. And then not to mention, he ended up taking a power bomb.
Yeah.
On the
set
chair
up two
that was
chairs and then the one in the middle.
Yep. And that motherfucker did not give.
Nope.
He ate
every bit of it.
All of that chair. He ate every bit of that.
And for those of you who don't know, like when you throw on tables and they break, it's easier. When you throw on chairs and they fall, it's easier. This was not.
Yeah, when it bends and breaks, it makes it a lot better for your fall.
He landed on a stiff ass, did not move,
didn't bend,
wire
did
chair.
not bend, like did not even try to give.
Stuck on his back because it didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, like
that match was so good.
But in the end, he somehow was victorious. Kevin Owens, that is.
Yeah, he kept throwing him into
he kept power bombing him into the apron, which is his.
Yeah.
Which was the thing that I'm pretty sure took Sami Zayn out back in NXT.
Because he's got a bad neck.
Yeah.
Well, the bad neck happened.
Well, no, and I mean right now, like during the whole match, you could see that it was his neck that was bothering him. Really,
and the way he was slamming him definitely affected that area too.
Kevin did. I don't remember what the name of the move is. He did some kind
of pile driver, like the skull crushing pile driver, or whatever the fuck it's called.
Some type of pile driver.
Where it like holds your arms and your legs
together and then fucking drops you.
So Kevin Owens' little bitch ass was throwing a little man baby fit and started to rip up the fucking
after
padding.
He won.
Yeah, after he won,
this
by
was
the way.
The bell already rang. The managers were already there in the middle of the fight telling him, like, dude, stop.
Ripping the padding off to show just bare concrete floor.
Yeah, because he was prepared to do that same powerbomb again.
End Sami Zayn's career.
Yeah, he in the promo said, I will not be satisfied until you can no longer wrestle and your family looks at you differently.
Which, in turn, we were hoping somebody was going to save him.
Yep.
Music turns on, and
here fucking comes. They talk to me. They understand. They talk to me.
Randy fucking Orton comes out.
Here, the rattlesnake. And oh boy, did he go out there and put the beat down on that man. He beat the shit out of him. And in the hypest point of all of it, we get set up for probably one of the most vintage. I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it right now. Just vintage Randy Orton. For the people who watched Randy back in the day, the move that he was about to hit Kevin Owens with would have taken him out for so long. He literally ended careers with the fucking move. He was literally setting up to punt this man's head through the dome and into the next state.
Oh, God, yeah.
And all of the business suits jumped in and held him back.
I was telling Run TMC before we started recording, before you guys got here, that there was a moment. I was like, Al likes the WWE, but he doesn't really get into it that much very frequently. He has his moments, but he doesn't really get too much into it. But like this fucking moment.
I love Randy Orton.
I was sitting up all fucking, oh my God, is he going to fucking do it?
I love Randy Orton.
Give it to Randy?
I love Randy Orton, dude. If there's any wrestler that I love from the Attitude Era, from the era that I watched coming up with the John Cena's, Edge, all of them. Randy is the one. Randy is the guy. He's got the best fucking finisher. He's got the fucking aura. He just came out, whooped ass, took everything.
So now we know it's going to be hopefully.
Oh yeah, it's
Kevin
going to be a
Owens
feud
actually
between
gets
them.
his fucking ass whooped this time
because
he
now
needs
it's been like Randy. He said Randy was the first one that he went after and he took him out, and this is his coming back.
Yeah, because he did that same move to Randy, then he did it to Cody. Cody and him had their beef, and then he did it to Sammy because Sammy technically was present at the
Royal Rumble match.
The Royal Rumble match. Yeah. He was standing there whenever Cody threw him into the ladder. And Cody and he didn't help Kevin. So that's where their feud started again. So
Kevin's just
kept proceeding
he's
from there.
He's such a man baby. Like he throws so many fits. He just goes so overboard, and I hope Randy just beats the shit out of him.
If we don't get a punt at WrestleMania, I might cry.
Oh, dude, we're gonna get a punt. We're gonna get one. There's no way that they build it up that high to not give me one.
Everybody in that crowd is just like.
And if for what happens here in a bit, which we're going to talk about, there's no way they're not going to give it to us. Yeah. But let's go ahead and talk about the next one. This is the last match of the night because there were only 4 matches of the night. But man, all of these matches held their own.
4 hours to get through these 4 matches.
Good shit,
and they held their own. Like I said, each match did their thing and did it in their own right. Whether or not you liked any one of them or not, they all did what they were supposed to, and they were hype as piss. And like I said,
I told my mom, she was like, I don't know who these people are. And I was like, I don't give a shit. Just watch it.
The night, like I said, just gradually kind of got better and better. You start off with the women's chamber, and that was kind of okay, pretty good. Awkward ending. People were kind of mixed on the ending, who won and whatever. Cool. You go to the tag team. Very solid match, beginning to end. It didn't have a whole lot on the line, but you get to see an old superstar do some shit and the new superstar do some shit, and it's a good time. Very good shit. Then you get this match, which is kind of an Extreme Rules, no disqualification match, but turn it up just a little bit more and basically take the WWE out of the ruling.
Yeah.
And now you have this crazy match between these two fucking freak jobs who just have the fucking endurance and durability of fucking adamantium because they just put themselves through everything.
Yeah, that's wild.
And then we get to the big one.
The entire time I was just like, how do they outdo that match?
How do they get better? How do they get better? How do they get better?
And they did.
We get to this. We get to the men's chamber, and everybody comes out, and oh boy, was it a fight.
You got to tell them who's in it first.
It was a fight. There was Logan Paul. There was Drew McIntyre.
Yep.
There was CM Punk. There was John Cena. There was Seth Rollins
and Damian Priest.
Damian Priest is the one that I always forget because I was like, why is he
You forget him and you forgot Logan Paul.
Yeah. And
Logan Paul's the one who was
also by the time that the last person entered out, I was like, holy shit, I forgot Logan was even here. It's because everyone else is pretty star-studded. It was a very star-studded WWE men's
He's there for a reason.
It's crazy, dude. For the little amount of matches that he's done, he's got some crazy fucking. He's got a crazy resume.
I keep saying it. I'm so fucking mad. He's good at it.
He's good at it. He's good at it. He's good at it. He's athletic.
Great. Yeah.
He did that one move with Damian Priest. I think it was Damian Priest on this.
Oh, when he flips,
on the side of the side of the ring, and he did that, and I was just like, God damn it, I hate how good he is.
Yeah.
He's like, I hate it so much. He's so good at it.
But it started with Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins.
Yes. Very good, very solid. They beat the shit out of each other. The first one to come out was Damian Priest, which I called. I was like, Damian's coming out. Damian did come out. Gave us bash of the two big men between him and McIntyre.
Both of the 6'5" dudes, the biggest dudes in the fucking ring.
Big motherfuckers.
Which, by the way, the smallest one was 6'1". So
yep. They had some good back and forth there with those three in the ring. And then the next one to come out was Logan. Logan Paul was the next one to come out, and he came out just swinging. Fucked some shit up, got some good shots in.
Oh, don't leave this out. Seth and Drew McIntyre were beating the fuck out of each other right next to CM Punk's pod. And Seth was bashing Drew McIntyre's face into his pod, and he was just hyping him. He was like, "Do it harder, hit him harder."
And then whenever it switched and the other guy was beating the shit out of him, he's in the pod going.
Because he hates both of them. He's got this feud. If it's not them three in a triple threat at WrestleMania, I would be so fucking surprised.
He was geeky. He's just so excited in that fucking pod. Just fucking.
It could be a fatal 4-way for 4 people. They could throw fucking Roman Reigns in that bitch. Call it a day. There you go. You got a match.
Fuck it.
That lion.
But they end up getting into it. Logan does some shit, jumps off of some stuff, gets on CM Punk's pod, and jumps off of it.
Jumps off the top of it. Yep.
Fucking
frog splash, I think it was.
Yeah,
frog splash.
Yep.
Shit, I don't remember. It was either Priest,
and he ends up getting Priest out.
It was.
Priest was the first elimination, I'm pretty sure. Gets Priest out. Priest goes bye-bye. Then the next one to come out was...
Because not too far after Priest was...
This is the part that threw me off, because I'm sure everybody thought this is probably why they did it different. I thought John was going to start it. John was going to be and John was going to win.
Yes, that's what I thought.
John was in a pod, and John was the third one out of the pod instead of the last one out of the pod.
Yeah.
So John
came out and fucked some shit up.
Yeah.
Everybody.
John came out vintage John.
Took everybody out.
Came out, it was just vintage John. He was out there hitting people with shoulder checks, doing spine busters. He fucking went out there, had a 5-knuckle shuffle.
Right after Damian, who was it that got out? It was...
No. It was McIntyre was the first one out.
McIntyre first, and then it was Damian Priest.
Yeah, because Damian did the rollover pin, and Drew was just like freaking out about it.
That's correct.
And that's when McIntyre hit Priest with the Claymore.
Out, and then Priest was out afterwards.
Yes, McIntyre hit Priest with the Claymore, and then that's when Logan ends up hitting the frog splash on Priest, and then pins him.
So Drew McIntyre's out, Damian Priest is out.
Yep.
Now we just have Logan Paul, John Cena, and Seth Rollins out right now.
Yep. And I'm pretty sure the next one to go out was Logan.
It was Logan Paul.
Pretty sure it was Logan.
Yeah, I don't remember who pinned him. Oh, yeah, CM Punk.
It was,
CM Punk, because of their little feud.
Because he slapped him and then hit him with an AA.
Logan Paul goes to beat. He beats the shit out of John Cena and he beats the shit out of Seth Rollins. They're over there doing whatever they're doing, and then CM Punk is waiting for his pod to open, and they take too long, and he's like, "I know it's me. Open the fucking door."
Yeah, that should kill me. Yeah. Now
and he comes out that bitch crazy.
He literally they do the timer countdown like it's the Royal Rumble. It's like the whole count 4, 3, 2, and then they do like a.
But it takes a second for the door to open.
Because the ref on the outside has to manually pull the slide door open.
Right.
And he looks down at the ref and he goes, "You know it's me. Open the fucking door." And then he looks up and just gets out there and starts fucking swinging.
Slaps the shit out of Logan Paul.
Yeah. Because Logan was standing outside the door geared up, ready to fight him. And then he was like, "Open the fucking door."
That's what I said, because he had just fucked up John Cena and just fucked up Seth Rollins. Yeah. So they were over and Logan was just fucking waiting for it.
Because not too long after that, Logan chucks Cena into one of the pod glass doors.
Yep. Yeah. Takes the fucking plexiglass
chucks him into the glass door. Absolutely busts the plexiglass out of place. And That's when CM Punk ends up getting the best of him, slaps him, gets the AA on him, pins Logan Paul, gets him out of there. Now we just have Seth, Punk, and
because Seth
Cena.
is pissed off at John Cena and keeps telling him that.
I think Seth is the one that threw Cena into the pod because Seth and Punk were fighting against each other, but John was in the ring.
Yeah, because Seth was pissed off at John because he was he's fucking mine.
That's right. Because they came out and that's right. Because right before that, John and CM Punk ended up giving each other a hug. Because if you don't know, because we kind of had to tell Kiana because she wasn't around during CM Punk's reign in WWE. She wasn't watching his early years, but. Whenever it wasn't Edge and Cena or Randy and Cena, Punk was the next big feud for John Cena in his career. That was the big major feud in his career was CM Punk and Cena. And so this fight was the first fight since that huge feud.
It was a vintage fight. They were doing all the fun reversals. And
literally in the middle of the match, I was fucking... Kiana got pissed at me.
Because he just kept going. I was like, okay, commentator, thank you. I understand.
I just kept saying stuff that was happening because I'm
picturing the old fight in your head.
Yeah, I'm watching it and I'm literally that moment in Ratatouille when he goes and bites into the food and he goes back to being a little kid crying in the doorway for his mom. It was that, but it's me going back and sitting on my grandma's floor watching her big box flat screen TV. And rewatching a DVD pay-per-view and enjoying old rematch of them. It made me feel like I was a kid again watching this shit because these are two wrestlers who I grew up with and they're literally running back the same shit that they used to do. And it looked so good. It was so clean.
It started out with the three of them in a line and they're all looking at each other. And then all of a sudden CM Punk and John Cena start to get real close to each other and then just start beating the shit out of Seth Rollins. Yeah. Because he was no, don't you fucking do it. And then they were just yeah, we're going to do it.
But then Punk pinned Rollins.
Yep.
And knocked Rollins out.
Yep.
And then they started going back to vintage Punk and Cena. That's when they started going at each other.
And I pointed this out afterwards, but in the middle of this, after Rollins gets eliminated, the cage door stayed open. And they don't have a clear shot of the side view, looking directly at the cage door.
That's because they want you to forget about it.
Yeah, of course they want you to forget about it. But you could kind of see off the side of the screen that the door is open. The cage hasn't closed yet. And it's been a solid 30, 40 seconds.
Which when they get eliminated, they're supposed to take them out and reclose
they get to get
the
out
cage
of the ring
door
and then they close the door.
to get that last person out.
But they dragged it a little bit because Cena did the AA and Punk did the go to sleep. They both did their finishers. Mm-hmm. So they played it off as if Rollins didn't have the ability to get up and get out.
Yeah.
So there was a little bit of a time.
They made it take forever. And eventually, we go back to vintage Cena and Punk where they're doing their moves, they're fighting each other, and Cena goes to hit the STFU on him, which is his grappling maneuver, his grappling finisher. And they did have to change the name of it because it used to be the FU and the STFU, but now it's the attitude adjustment and something else.
It's like the half crab or something like that.
Some stupid shit. It's the STFU.
CM Punk gets wedged in between the ropes, and then
out of nowhere,
sudden,
boom, curb stop from Seth Rollins. Out of the blue, right onto the fucking metal grating right there. Just blam, right to the fucking dome.
So then they finally take Seth Rollins out. CM Punk is knocked the fuck out, and John Cena wastes no fucking time.
And I'm gonna let it be known that was the tightest STFU I've ever seen John Cena walk
John Cena
arm around him, because normally it's just
normally how you see him doing it in the beginning, that's how he's always done it. For him to literally put his by the way, let me just mention, everybody's arms in here combined are not the size of John Cena's arms. That man's full arm around, my whole head would get engulfed in his arm if he put me in a headlock.
I just thought it was hilarious because while John Cena wasted no fucking time and put him in this headlock to make him go absolutely fucking night-night, Seth Rollins is on the outside of the cage going, die!
Die! Yeah. just made on just explicit demon time.
Just
almost exclusively.
Because he fucking hates CM Punk.
Yeah, he's not a fan.
Whenever he lost, Seth Rollins was just like on the outside, just smiling and giggling like a fucking kid.
So leading up to that, CM Punk lost. CM Punk ends up getting choked out. He can't respond.
He went to sleep.
Limp, done for. It's the best sleeper hold we've seen all year because we're not seeing anything from Gunther.
It was so fucking good.
Fuck that guy.
But to move on to the big one and just kind of let me flow here because we're running out of time. So just kind of let me flow through this.
Hell, we might just skip.
I was gonna say we could just skip it and keep going.
If you want to, we can.
We can do it for the next one.
We've already been rolling for a while. Just fuck it. Let's talk this out. It's gonna take a minute.
So the last shit, it was the wildest shit.
I'd say
this is the moment where we thought, all right, this wasn't as good as the last match, but
it was good. It was just as good as the last match. It was just as good as the last match. It definitely was.
So John Cena's the winner, obviously.
Yeah, John Cena won, but
and explain
I do think it was better than the last match, just because, yes, the last match was cool, but the only thing that made it different, like they said, was an unsanctioned WWE match. I mean, is it really unsanctioned? It's really
technically no.
Technically no. And so, we all know that.
Yeah.
Everybody in the stadium definitely fucking knows that. And even if you're a little kid, you might have a semblance of knowing that. And like I said, it's pretty much just a turned up Extreme Rules match. So, it was good. It was very good. It lasted a long time. Their endurance and durability, like I said, was definitely put on the line.
Even the guys were saying, I don't know how they're still doing this and how their bodies can still take this. They're taking so much
away from them. Yeah, they did a fantastic job in that match. But it's not to say that we can't see that again.
That's fair, yeah.
We will never, more than likely, never see CM Punk and John Cena in an elimination chamber doing moves that they did back in 2006. We will probably never see that again. And the thing was it wasn't even that they were just doing it, is that it was executed so good, perfectly.
It was beautiful.
It looked so good. That's why I was getting so excited that I was calling things that were happening, because I'm like, oh my god, it's going so well.
I just thought it was hilarious. I was like, okay, ow.
Because I'm like, it's going so well. But after that, they raised the cage. John Cena's getting his celebration. Everybody's getting excited, getting riled up, and then you hear, the WWE has more than one royal family. And you're like, oh shit, Cody? Oh shit.
Because we all forgot that was happening.
Yeah, we all forget
he was
that's
supposed
happening.
to answer
because
The Rock's
if you
question.
missed it, The Rock told him that he wanted him to be his champion. He wanted his soul. And this was supposed to be the time that he gave him his answer.
Yeah.
So Cody Rhodes comes out talking to John Cena.
Hold on. One more point. We all did the whoa.
We did all do
Yes. Oh.
The second whoa, though, Al did from the bathroom with his dick in his hand.
My dick was not in my hand. My dick was out. I had to go piss.
Here in the bathroom down the hall was out. Whoa!
I was like, that dude is whoaing with his dick out.
Yeah. And so the fuck what? So the fuck what
happened? I was like, totally telling everybody.
That's hilarious.
There's probably people that have woed in the middle of sex.
Hold on. I'm like, hold on, what am I fucking missing? And then I was like, okay, I remember now. Got it. So
I thought that shit was funny.
While Al's woeing with his dick in his hand, he comes running back down the hallway, obviously, afterwards. Yep. Music comes out, and here the fuck, I could not for the life of me stop giggling all night after this, because for the life of me, I cannot figure out why the fuck Travis Scott is there.
Yeah, so so for some reason, for WrestleMania, I'm pretty sure the song for WrestleMania is going to be Fiend by Travis Scott. They've used it in every single promo for WrestleMania. And if it's not the theme song for that fucking shit, then
I don't know why he's there.
Me, but other than that, literally, he was there for a little bit of a promo with Jay, like a pay-per-view or two ago or some shit, like not that long ago. I was
like, wait a minute, he's not coming out with Jay. Right. Why the fuck is he out here?
And he came. The thing was like,
wild.
You heard, if this amount, what the Rock is cooking, and then it goes Fiend, and you're like, what the fuck? And then Travis Scott comes up with a fucking WWE belt on, wrapped around his shoulder. But giggling. On the belt, I don't know if y'all read it. I think it said like it had duct tape on it, but I'm pretty sure he wrote on it, and I think it said The Rock or some shit on it. It said something on it.
I didn't see what it said.
It said something on it, but he had it all duct taped up. It was the same championship belt that Cody has, but it was like a little bit more customized, and it had, like I said, duct tape and shit all over. He came out before The Rock did, but then like literally not 2 seconds after he comes out, here comes The Rock. They make their way to the ring, and they stare Cody down, and they're staring John Cena down. And The Rock basically lays it out to him. He was like, "I talked to you, Cody, before. We already talked about it. You already know why I'm here. You already know what I expect."
Is it this one?
Looks like it.
It might have been the Hardcore Championship.
It might have been Hardcore Champion.
Yeah, it might have been the Hardcore Championship. Then that might have been what it was. I might just be stupid. Other WWE fans might be like,
might just be stupid.
Dude, no, WWE fans are probably like, "How did he not know?" Like they're probably like,
"Yeah,
how did he not know that was the Hardcore Championship? What a fucking loser! How did he not know about the Hardcore Championship? Back in '98, Hardcore Holly won that championship and held it for many years. How can he not know about the Hardcore Championship?" I know that's exactly what they're doing. I know that's exactly how they're going.
Anyway, so The Rock is talking to him, telling him, "I want you to be my champion. I want
you already
your
know
soul.
why I'm here.
I need your soul."
And Cody, oh my God. I don't know if this has ever happened scripted on the WWE.
I'm still not sure if it was scripted, to be honest.
And it might not have been.
In The Rock's post-interview, it didn't sound like it was, but if it wasn't, I think they would have bleeped it out.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's
because Cody told somebody ahead of time, "Yo, I'll pay the fine for this one."
Like, I don't know.
Shit.
I don't know.
I'm not sure. But if it was scripted,
let's talk about it. So he's talking to him. The Rock tells him all that shit. He gets in his face, tells him all the shit, and Cody basically looks at him and he's like, "I would love to give you my soul because I want everything, Rock. I want everything, but my soul was given to this ring, to these people, and to these fans the moment that I stepped foot here." And then he turns to Rock and he goes, "Hey, Rock, go fuck yourself!" And oh my God. John Cena's freaking out in the back. He's about half ready to hit a fucking backflip.
He's shaking his head like, no, don't fucking do it.
Yeah,
don't do it, Cody. Don't fuck him.
Yep,
don't give him your soul.
Yep.
Fuck it. And everyone just loses their shit.
Like I said, I don't know if there's ever been a scripted moment where a wrestler has dropped an F-bomb on WWE, WWF, WCW, anything.
It was wild.
Because most of the time, all that shit's bleeped out. My memory goes only so far back. But for this day and age, like, I had to put it into like perspective because like I told my buddy this shit and he was like, as he should, as Cody should. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. But I'm like, but think of the significance of that. Yeah. Like, it's not like I was telling him, I'm like, it's not like a jobber or some low-ranking wrestler cutting a promo and them just being funny or goofy. It's not like R-Truth going in there and just letting an F-bomb slip or something like that. Like, no,
this
is the face of the brand. It's the face of the brand. He holds the main belt. Yeah. He literally is the poster child of everything that is this brand right now. And he looked the legend, the number one legend to step in the ring right now that isn't Stone Cold or I don't even know who the fuck. Like literally, The Rock is at such a fucking high caliber to be like this guy and look at this guy and say fuck you. Like it
was wild,
crazy. It is crazy.
And The Rock didn't say a single word.
The Rock didn't even budge.
He didn't flinch. He didn't say a single word the rest of this promo.
It's just, he just stared at him.
I know.
He just looked at him. And then John goes in, he's all hyped, goes in, gives him like a dap, like, yeah, good job, man. You did a good shit. They hug, and right when they hug, the camera pans back behind Cody to an over-the-shoulder shot of just John's face,
which looks like he's looking at The Rock to tell him it looks like an
intimidation thing. Yeah,
until it pans over to The Rock and The Rock goes,
he goes,
and then it fucking just John Cena shakes his
hand, steps away from the handshake,
steps back,
smiling,
kicks him right in the dick, right in the dick.
I mean, just destroys him
right in the dick, falls straight down.
The first time,
and you could see The Rock just go.
Now, I want to acknowledge that not only was the fuck you a gigantic pop from the crowd.
Yeah.
John Cena kicking him in the dick. You would have thought that everybody just got told that they were getting $1 million back on their tax return. Because everybody was like,
in 22 years.
He's never been a bad guy.
Yeah.
Like he's been an asshole, but he's never been a bad guy.
He was technically had a mild bad part. That was before John Cena was John Cena.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that was like in the middle of the Thugonomics.
Yeah.
Like
before John Cena became who he is today, never.
Yeah.
22 years. It was the first time. Yeah.
This was we have
a heel John Cena.
Yeah, it is like,
and he keeps that shit later too.
Oh man,
he keeps that attitude later.
It's such a crazy turn. They beat the shit out of Cody, leave him bloody. They
takes his watch off of him and uses it as brass knuckles and just
and that watch was
him.
a gift that they gave him. It used to be his dad's.
Yeah,
just bleeding.
Yeah. They just beat the fuck out of him. They put blood on the belt that says Cody Rhodes.
He whips
Cody's
him with
soul,
it.
And the date on the bottom of it.
Yeah.
Was the day his dad either died or retired.
Oof.
Well, because The Rock, like you said, doesn't say anything else afterwards. No. So he watches him beat the shit out of him. I'm giggling because I still don't understand why Travis Scott is in the fucking background.
Yeah, Travis Scott's there.
Stop
but
laughing.
Even Travis Scott got in and
he got a couple shots in.
The Rock.
Awkward. But so Travis Scott, John Cena rips his shirt off of him.
Off Cody, not Travis.
Cody. Yeah, off of Cody. The Rock takes the belt and starts whipping him with the belt.
Yeah.
Travis, for whatever fucking reason, snatches Cody by his hair, lifts him up, and then John Cena slaps him back down on the ground, and then he slaps him in the face.
Travis
slaps Cody Rhodes in the face. Still don't understand why he's there. I'm giggling the whole time.
And The Rock in the poster interview, he looked at the camera and he's like, Travis smacked the fuck out of Cody.
He smacked the shit out of him.
He smacked the piss out of him.
So The Rock leans down, grabs the blood off of his face, wipes it on the belt.
Whips him again.
Whips him again.
Whips him a couple good more times. He got some good shots in there.
Because John Cena was beating the shit out of him, out of Cody Rhodes, with his own belt, too. Yeah. He would wait and just run and fucking...
The championship belt. Yeah.
Just take his fucking ass the fuck out.
There was a moment where...
Yeah.
It was right before they started whipping him with the belt. John went and grabbed the championship and held it up towards the camera, and I think that's when Cody probably popped his blood packet or whatever the fuck.
So there's the picture that I know of is whenever Cena's literally got his foot on Cody's face.
Head.
Yeah, right at the
end.
And
he's holding the belt up
and
like
they're
this.
All standing there.
And it's like the most... I'm gonna be so real. I don't think John Cena has ever looked as intimidating as he does in that photo right there. Because like most of the time when you see John Cena holding a belt, it's usually him like, yeah, or like, yeah, like something like real, like energetic. He had the most like
mean mug in face.
Oh my god,
he was not holding the belt, but this is what zoomed in.
Like,
yeah, that's
so
the
here's
one.
a picture with him holding the belt, Cody laying on the ground. He still had his shirt on, and then Travi and The Rock are standing behind him, both in each corner or whatever. It was crazy.
It's just so wild that The Rock could have John. First of all, like we said, John Cena doing the first heel turn in 22 years, but the fact that The Rock had his plan B.
The Rock led that. Like,
his plan B, he had John Cena under his fucking thumb to just be ready to do whatever he fucking had to do if Cody said no.
Yeah, The Rock said that they all agreed before the match, before they went out for their match, that they would base their decisions based off of crowd. So how the crowd reacted to each individual thing is how they were going to handle things. So if the crowd would have reacted different, we would have got something different.
Yeah.
But the crowd reacted in just the right way for us to get a heel John Cena.
And all they fucking did was leave him there, bloodied, shirtless, fucked up on that stage.
They didn't show a camera shot of it for some reason during the pay-per-view, but apparently those three were standing out at the end of the line, out where the entranceway is, and while Michael Cole, Wade Barrett, and Pat McAfee were helping Cody up.
Yeah, because then everybody rushed to the fucking
apparently
stage.
There was a moment where those three was just standing there looking back at the ring while they were helping him up, and apparently that's like a was a wild moment for the people that were probably there. But that's not a shot that we got.
We didn't get that shot. We just got the shot.
The Rock talked about it. We saw him standing there, and then they ended up walking off or whatever. Then they were helping him up. But yeah.
And then after all that, then the post interviews happened, and when it came to John Cena's turn, he came out, took the mic off the stand, walked out,
dropped it,
and you should have seen his fucking face. He looked just mad.
Yeah. Just walked right out.
He like literally just gingerly like came up. He was just like,
yeah, didn't even say anything,
and then just walked away.
Didn't even say anything.
The crazy part is that he's bringing that heel character into the post interviews, because the post interviews is a moment where we step away from the characters.
You get to be yourself a little bit more. You get to be of the person that you are outside of the show.
It's like The Rock didn't come to the table at the post interviews as the final boss. He came as Dwayne.
Yeah.
He came as a person. He talked about the show as it is.
Yeah, but this heel turn for John Cena is something that's never
John is a
happened.
very method man. Like if you watch John and anything else that he does outside of the WWE, a lot of the shit he does, he like really, really gets into that character. And I think the moment that I saw that heel turn, I was like, man, we are about to see a whole different John Cena.
I love the Elimination Chamber when they told John Cena, they were like, go make some more movies.
Yeah. It was a night to remember.
It's going to be a wild fucking ride for John Cena lately.
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
everything now is going to be insane.
If he beats Cody at WrestleMania, this is about to be the craziest year of PLEs.
Man.
Because he's gonna beat every one of them.
Yeah.
Every fucking one of them. 2025 is the year for John Cena, and this is not what any of us expected.
And if he keeps this heel turn, it's going to be wild.
I was saying, are they going to start treating Cena like Lesnar? And start just bringing him out for pay-per-views and not even bothering to have him wrestle during the middle of the week? Just have him come out for pay-per-views while he has the belt until eventually Cody beats him?
From some other country for the PLE that morning. And then the moment he walked away from the table for the post interviews, immediately hops on another plane to go back to continue filming whatever he's filming.
He's probably filming Peacemaker.
I don't know.
I hope so.
I forgot about that.
We're getting Peacemaker here soon. I'm pretty sure they already released the trailer for the new season, and
he's hilarious. God, I love him. He's so fucking funny.
This year's about to be crazy.
It's been like. I'll say it. Like I said, the WrestleMania to WrestleMania is technically how I consider the WWE year.
It was wild.
When this WrestleMania wraps up, this will be one of the better years for WWE for sure.
We're getting a heel turn. Jay's going to get a title.
Yeah, because everything that came up was crazy stuff anyways. Yeah, Kevin Owens, Randy Orton, all that stuff was crazy. And then this at the end was fucking insane.
Year, like they got to the end of the post interviews, and they were showing like a promo or whatever for all of what's going on for WrestleMania so far. And when they were doing that and they brought up Jay and Gunther, I was like, you know what? This pay-per-view was so big. So much shit just happened. I forgot about that for a second.
Yeah.
I forgot about all the other fights that are happening at WrestleMania so far.
Because whack-ass shit happened, dude. The fucking end of it was the wildest part of it all.
This shit is crazy. And there's still so much more other storylines that are fire right now that there's still
and
more
so
to
many
come.
more they can fucking do because, like I said, Alexa Bliss is
Vegas
back. God knows what they're gonna fucking do with her.
Yeah. Vegas is about to be fucking popping.
It's gonna be crazy.
That's
gonna be one of the most expensive fucking tickets.
Oh yeah, they're gonna be like $2,000 a ticket.
Oh god.
I mean,
not going to be a cheap ticket for that fucking place.
The All-Star game,
is nosebleeds.
Yeah, the All-Star game
nosebleeds
are like $2,000. Yeah, for like basketball, nobody even wanted to watch that bullshit. Which was terrible.
I'm sorry that we took up pretty much the entire episode for WWE, but this is
It's the craziest shit.
It's the biggest pay-per-view they've had all year, and it's probably one of the better pay-per-views they've done in a long time. And I'm not an avid watcher. I haven't watched the last 3 years like that, so I can't sit here and say that it's the fucking best thing since fucking sliced bread. But from what I've watched since coming back into all of these storylines and everything,
we've watched every pay-per-view this year since WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and I could say safely this is the one that I will remember like years down the road.
Yeah,
like,
this was wild.
That's the thing about like a lot of these pay-per-views. Like I remember only a certain amount of pay-per-views because they were so good. Even the ones that I watched all the time at my grandparents, like at my grandma's house, like on DVD, I watched those endlessly. The only ones that I remember are ones that have great significance to them, like WrestleMania where Floyd Mayweather fought fucking The Big Show.
Yeah.
That's a fucking historical event. That's huge.
Ric Flair and Shawn Michaels.
Ric Flair and Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker twice in a row.
Yeah. I have fucking Edge versus Alberto Del Rio because that was Edge's last match before he would go out and tell everybody that his back doesn't fucking work properly and he can't wrestle for years until he comes back and gives us the best return in Royal Rumble ever. But there's like moments of significance that happen in the WWE that cause you to remember them, and not every pay-per-view has that. This pay-per-view had so many, it's going to be hard to forget it. We're going to still be talking about this.
We will still be talking about Elimination Chamber 2025.
We will talk. We're going to bring it up next year.
20, 30 years.
Fucking mark it. We will talk about this and bring this up next year subconsciously without even thinking about it. We will end up comparing this one to next year's without even thinking about it.
The moment Elimination Chamber 2026 happens, we're all going to be like, but it wasn't as good as that. It wasn't as good as 2025's.
Yeah. There have been a lot of good Elimination Chambers. And I remember like some of the shit from them because like we talked about it last night too, where there were ones where people got thrown through the glass and shit like that. There are memorable moments from that, but like those are moments. The whole chamber match being memorable, that's something that doesn't happen for me. That whole thing was
not just a singular match that had an unforgettable moment.
The whole thing.
Right.
The whole thing. I mean, hell, I didn't even have to look up.
Other than the tag team one, that one was like,
I was
but it was good.
And other than that, like I said, like I didn't even have to look up the match card for this. I mean, even though it was only 4 matches, I was like, I still remembered every single person in those matches. Every pay-per-view that we've watched so far, I've had to be like, all right, so who fought after? Who did?
Well, it's easier when there's only 4 of them because most of the other pay-per-views have.
Well, and they were every single one of them, like we said, other than the tag team, which was still good, were significantly like important to.
And I mean, hell, you guys could probably be able to tell us too, but I think this is the pay-per-view that we've probably been able to go the most detail on because we were all so locked in.
We were locked in the whole fucking thing.
It's because there's so much shit that was happening. There was points where we would have to pee and nobody was moving. I ran so fast to go get another drink, I almost ate shit in the kitchen. Like I was zooming because I didn't want to fucking miss anything. But Kevin Owens had just slammed Sami Zayn through a table, and I was like, okay, I think I got a second real quick.
Oh, it's like we had more detail talking about this pay-per-view than we did at like All American Bash or whatever it was, where they have like the 2 rings connected together.
Bash and Berlin. No, that's War Games.
That's War Games.
War Games, yeah. When they did like War Games, or they did when they did fucking SummerSlam, we talked about that, but we didn't go into as much detail as we did there.
They don't have as much. I mean, not saying they don't have significance into like how WWE is going, but like everything that happened here is like a big, significant fucking thing in the way that every person's like storyline is going. Like I said, Randy Orton came out and everyone was like, "What the fuck is happening right now?"
Yeah.
And then
we all knew why he was there, but none of us. That was the big thing they talked about in the post interviews is that everything that happened tonight. It had so much more impact because nobody guessed it.
And that's why I'm saying the significance of everything that would happen was wild.
There wasn't no leaks for it. Nobody guessed any of it. So everything they knew they knew what was going to happen, but throughout the entire thing, they knew that no one else knew what was going to happen.
Right.
So it had so much of a bigger impact.
And the way that it ended was the biggest way that it could have fucking ended. I mean, at all in general, in any kind of situation that would have happened there, that's the wildest way it could have fucking ended.
Yep. So, to rank it, scale 1 to 10.
10 out of 10.
Oh, yeah. It was a 10 out of 10 for sure.
Yep. Bearded Bears gives the Elimination Chamber of 2025.
It was wild.
10 out of 10. It was very, very, very good pay-per-view. Like,
I found no faults. Nobody was... Oh, that's another thing. Nobody was like out of place on
nobody really botched. There was a couple points in the women's elimination chamber with Nia Jax. I don't know what it is with Nia Jax. Every time she's in the ring, something.
The tag team.
That was tag team.
Oh no, it wouldn't have been Nia Jax. Who? I'm trying to think. There was somebody. No, it was Nia Jax because she was. I think it was her and Trish in the ring at the time, and there were just points where like. And it's only with Nia that I notice it. And it might just be her because she's just so much bigger than everybody else, so her movement is different. But like her timing on certain things is just off sometimes. Because there was like a moment where like her and Trish were having a sequence in the middle, and like Nia was kind of like leaned over with her arms dangling. And I think that she was supposed to like kind of get over to Trish, and Trish was just like waiting there for her. and then she like leaned in and like grabbed her arm and pulled her to the spot that she was supposed to be at, and I'm like, but it's just small stuff like that I noticed. But it's mostly, like I said, whenever I do notice stuff like that, it's mostly with Nia, and it could just be because of how much bigger she is compared to everybody else. She's not as agile and probably just doesn't get around the ring the same way that everybody does.
Fucking it's Tibby time doing all her little flips and shit.
Yeah, the prettiest moonsault ever. Yes,
to win the match.
Oh, I love her.
Oh my God.
My Minnesota queen, I love you. But 10 out of 10, beautiful show, amazing stuff. This is great. Set us up for the biggest event of the year, which is WrestleMania, which we are all looking forward to now. It's got so much writing on it.
48 days away.
Yes, it is on the 19th, my birthday, and the 20th is a 2-day event. It is that beautiful weekend. We will be tuning into every single bit of it. It is going to be a great time.
I may be watching it from a different state somewhere else.
Probably.
I'll watch it.
But let's go ahead and move on to our last topic. Go ahead and tell them what it is, Scott.
It's Song of the Week.
Hey, there it is. Tell them what it is. Tell them what we do with it.
I was a little thrown off. I wasn't like mentally prepared for this. But Song of the Week.
It's your job.
It is my job. Song of the Week is
fuck. I'm not mentally prepared to do the thing that I do every week. Fuck.
Yeah. So Song of the Week is where we recommend a song to you, and you basically give us a trash or pass on it, right? You let us know in the comments. If you got our phone number, you text us, hey, yo, what the fuck was that? You know?
Why is that song?
But
what the fuck?
You're not going to do that because you're going to love it.
Yeah.
If you hated it, you're wrong. It's fine.
Yeah, it's
you
fine.
can just move on with your life. It's whatever.
All right. Listen to whatever shit you want to listen to.
If you want to listen to any of these songs in a format that they're all together, we have a Song of the Week playlist on our Spotify, which is linked in the description below, where we started from episode 2 of this beautiful podcast and all the way to now. They are in order as we say them.
Yes, they are.
Yes,
so take a listen. Yes. It's a clusterfuck, but have fun.
Yeah, it is, like I say every week, it is the Halloween candy bowl of music. It has got everything in it. Everything in it.
Sure do. And so our community song of the week wasn't kind of really recommended to us. It was kind of a choice that we all made because from last night on WWE, it was fire. And it's called New Way Out by Poppy.
Yeah.
It was the theme song for Elimination Chamber.
It was so fucking good. And from the very beginning, we were like, what is this? I'm trying to Shazam it. And I'm like, he won't stop talking. I can't hear the song. I don't know what song this fucking is right now.
But the moment it came on, we were all like, yo, this kind of bangs, bro.
Really
what is
good.
this?
It was so
really
good. I was surprised to find out it was Poppy because Brittany was like, it sounds like it's Spirit Box. And I'm like, well, I don't know.
Yeah.
But fire.
Good shit.
Very good shit.
Great.
What do you got?
My song all the week is called Ice on My Teeth, and it's by ATEEZ. It's a K-pop band.
So nothing out of the ordinary there. Got it.
They're beautiful. I don't know what you want from me. There is great.
Oh, K-poppy. Mine is definitely not K-pop. It is not at all. Not even close. I heard mine
on the way to go pick you up, and I was like, I think this is the song.
Yeah, mine's not even close to K-pop. Mine is a throwback. A lot of kids from the 90s probably know this one, but it's Naughty by Nature, Feel Me Flow. Very, very good song. It's got a very good old school like 90s beat. It's on MLB The Show, and it's been like kind of like loosely playing on my YouTube music whenever I just hit like a rap song of some sort. It'll just kind of get tossed into the automatic playlist it generates every time, and every time I hear it, I'm just bobbing my head in the car. I'm always vibing to it, and it's been one of those songs where I hear it and I'm just letting it play and letting it ride out. It's very rarely ever skipped. I don't think I actually ever have skipped that song when it comes on. It's kind of like Ice Cube's A Good Day. I don't ever skip that song. Whenever Good Day comes on by Ice Cube. What day was so good?
Huh? What day was so good? You wrote a song about it.
Hey.
So many people that
hate you so much.
Hey man. When you feel it, when that day is just so comfortably perfect, man. I mean, I think about those days too, I think about those days. I'm just not a good songwriter, so I can't tell you about it like he can. You fucked around, Kiana.
Help.
Kiana, he fucked around and caught a triple-double. Dude, he was freaking people every way like MJ. You can't tell him it wasn't a good day. What was your song, Scott?
So I picked this song not only because it's who they are, but I picked this song because the name fits kind of what's going on with the WWE. John Cena keeps doing this. The last time is now.
Yeah.
So I picked For the Last Time by Suicide Boys.
There you go. Another Suicide Boys song.
Yeah. I've only got 2 on there so far. I looked it up first to make sure I didn't already have this one.
Yay. You can tell I'm excited, right?
He doesn't listen to them.
Look at his face.
He thinks his white people music
is the face of excitement, isn't it?
I hope you fall down.
I hope you
it fits right in that playlist with like NF and all of them. It's the beautiful category.
NF is fire.
I do like NF.
It's a category of white rappers. It's great. They're great.
Those are completely different types of rap, but okay.
It's
very different.
White rappers. So he fits in the same category as G-Eazy.
Oh, no.
And Yellow Wolf. And MGK. All of those motherfuckers all go in the same together.
I think the only one that I don't buy.
Along with Eminem.
I guess I could
Eminem is the one that sits above all of them. Eminem is the one that sits on like the throne and they all walk up and go, "My lord." Like,
my lord.
Yeah. They go, my lord. What can we do for you today, my lord? He's like, I want some awfully hot coffee. Let me stop. All right, let me stop. Kiana, go ahead and tell these beautiful people what they need to do at the end of this episode.
Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share with all your friends and family. Make sure you hit the bell notification so you know whenever we're posting. Yeah. Most of the time they come out on Wednesdays. This one might come out
might be a little bit more special
earlier because it's a little special. We had a lot of things to talk about. And what Al missed in the beginning was shout out to Pokeshop Collectibles
I did miss
for
that.
being
Shout
our sponsor for all of your Pokemon, all of your Warhammer, all of your any card needs other than sports cards, unfortunately. But they do have anything and everything else that you need there. And we have all of our links below. Yep. Spotify, Song of the Week, Spotify for audio listeners only, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, anything and everything that you need is linked below.
Yes. Did you guys have fun today?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I had fun today.
It's been a really good weekend.
It's been a really good one. Yeah, we had a very entertaining weekend. It was very well done between the game release for Monster Hunter for me, and then we all got the Elimination Chamber last night, and then you get to have your wonderful afternoon and evening with your family and everything. We get to kind of chill out and relax. I'm probably going to go home and watch a little bit of Solo Leveling because I think I'm missing the newest episode that just came out.
I haven't watched any of it yet.
So I think I need to watch that.
It's fire.
It's very good. Season 2 so far.
We tried to watch it when Brittany was trying to leave for D&D.
I told you that the first season already was, when I watched it, was in my top 5. Like, it immediately bumped up into my top 5 favorite animes, bro.
It might bump up.
It's pretty damn good.
I wouldn't fucking doubt it, honestly.
It's pretty damn good. And my buddy
it starts off fire.
Once again, shout out East Coast Cross Up. They're actually having a tournament here soon. If you haven't signed up, sign up now. He was telling me he read the book and he was like, dog, this is if everybody's liking season 2, they're going to love what happens with the rest of the show. He was like, it's so good. But with everything being said, we hope that you guys had fun. I love you. You know I want you to come back, so definitely come kick it with us again. Next week we probably won't talk about wrestling as much, but
probably not.
But doesn't mean you can't come back and enjoy the beautiful time that we have here anyway. We might talk about something else that you fall in love with, or you might fall in love with something new. Who knows? Tell me if you played Monster Hunter. I would love to hear you guys tell me if you played Monster Hunter or tell me anything about what's going on there. But without anything else needing to be said, from us to you, we love you guys. We love you. We hope to see you back. We hope to see you soon. This has been a wonderful, amazing, fun, energetic, deep-rooted, fucking hype episode of Beauty and the Beers. We hope to see you on the next one. Bye-bye.
Peace out.